You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere The Experience is all the time.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Hey, what's going on? It must be Monday. We got our buddy Rockin, Robbie, and of course we got John. Sorry, John, did I not get the camera?
No, it's all right.
So I just read in news today. Robbie, our prayers have been answered. The Wonder Twins movie has been kicked.
That's probably
Finally.
for the best.
Who would have thought that was a good idea? So Robbie and I had a show about DC and what, on his channel about where that direction was going. And one of the things I think was that we brought up was about the Wonder Twins and them making, they were.
Have you read the book? Have you read Mark Russell's book? That is Mark Russell, right? I think that's Mark Russell.
Yeah, the Mark Russell one's actually really good.
Yeah, but seriously though, with all of the possible titles and characters you could do in the DC universe,
you should absolutely do Wonder Twins. It should be animated and it should be on HBO Max.
God no.
We'll see.
God no.
Robbie Marcus, John Spilios, B Cubed, Josh Wentz, Stevie B. Hello,
it's
everybody.
Triple B. It's not B Cubed.
It's B Cubed. That's B Cubed.
But we call him Triple B though. You can't change his name midstream.
It sounds like he's Guy Fieri. Is he Guy Fieri?
Maybe. I don't know.
Robbie's with us.
I've never met Triple B. I mean, he could be Guy Fieri. We're Rubenstein. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us. All right, so tonight we're gonna do kind of a dynamite day, I guess. We pulled a lot of dynamite titles.
Thankfully, you have this planet's foremost expert on Dynamite Comics.
Yes, well, part of the reason I'm feeling, I had a busy weekend. I'm feeling a little peaked. So I figured if we did it this way, we could give John an opportunity to just talk ceaselessly. So John's going to start with his history in the second grade. Tell us about it, John.
Dave Cerrone is going to say, how would that be different than any other week that I'm on the show? I will say this, though. Right now, as far as the DC thing goes, there's a lot of stuff in the air today, in particular, for both Marvel and DC.
Well, somebody just said Marcus just said Batwoman.
Yeah, Marcus is right. Batwoman also got chopped. It looks like Legends of Tomorrow is not going to come back, although they're trying to mount a little bit of a campaign to bring it back. I don't know. I think with this sort of Warner Media Discovery merger, I think people are going to discover, see what I did there, that a whole bunch of that stuff, like the CW, I think all that stuff is going to get scraped to the side. My guess is the only thing that will survive, because it has internet traction, is Zack Snyder's stuff, the Snyderverse or whatever, which is awful for me because I don't like.
So Dave says, yeah, Wonder Twins movie dead on arrival.
You know what, though? The Wonder Twins movie is dead on arrival, but I would be willing to bet sometime if HBO Max continues to host animated stuff like Young Justice, I would not be surprised to see Wonder Twins.
I'll disagree for one reason.
What?
It's based on Mark Russell stuff, and everybody thought Aquaman was going to bomb.
Oh, so
I say there's a chance that it'll do well. I think that they'll
not now.
If it's a movie.
They can't. They killed it.
Wait, they killed
They
it?
That was
killed the
announced
movie,
today,
but
yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be a
killed it.
series
Oh.
based on Mark Russell's stuff.
That's possible, but the movie is definitely history.
I missed that part.
Yeah, they killed it today, or at least it was reported today.
It was reported today. My guess is I would not.
Hey, Josh went Wonder Twins power activate.
Form of box office bomb. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, if they really want the movie to be successful, they should do a Wonder Twins movie and cast Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Everybody would go see that.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
I would agree with that. And let me say this, Marcus. I think it's already too late for that. And
James, why don't you hook up Nick's AOL so we can check the internet? Do we have that sound, JD? That the old AOL
oh
sound?
yeah, the static sound
static
as it's trying
sound.
to connect. That high pitched squeal. Marcus says that they should release Flash ASAP before Ezra gets into more trouble. I think that has jumped the shark. I think everybody wanted Grant Gustin, and now there's just a harder push for it. And that's where they should have gone in the first place.
As uncomfortable as it is to see Grant Gustin's picture on the inside of your Dynamite locker here, I have to admit that the Grant Gustin thing is about 50-50. I saw some polls at different sources, but half the people prefer Gustin and half the people prefer Ezra Miller. That's why I don't think DC knew what to do. If there had been a direction one way or another, they'd have been all in on it. They went with Ezra Miller because he had
Here's a hint.
more box office credibility.
Check criminal records.
Ezra Miller has his problems. I'm not going to bag on the guy because we've all been there. I mean, the number of times I have video of Robbie park walking. Come on.
What?
Look, first of all, I mean, some of this stuff is just a little too bizarre. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm
Forget Robbie. I'll tell you right now. Yes, Dave. Season 2 is much better than season 1.
I will say no to that one. But.
Yes, I know Robbie's expressed that. Yeah,
Really?
So, yeah, I haven't. I'll be honest with you, I have not watched Picard. I should, but I don't have. What's it streaming on Paramount?
Paramount. I am like I'm like 3 episodes behind, but I was not liking the whole journey back in time thing, and I don't know. I do not like this. I want to like it so much, but I'm not digging it at all.
The journey back in time thing was necessitated a lot by the pandemic. Because if you watch the way this thing is shot, everything is very controlled circumstances and special effects are almost minimal. And that's because I think most of those special effects laboratories were closed.
Oh, yeah.
There's minimal special effects. I think in season 1, not to mention the problem with season 1 is, remember when something happened in season 1? No, neither does anyone else. Season 1 was dull.
So Dave, I have no idea. So hopefully Nick is following the chats.
For New Comic Book Day, Dynamite will be sending me to a random viewer's house, and I'll be discussing Dynamite comics all day. Just comment. You've already commented, Dave.
We'll have to check with the attorneys on that one. Look, I made him snarf.
I'm shooting down in Alabama to do the show with Robbie. It's got to be better than this.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. So I actually there we go. So Nick has answered Dave. Red Sonja from the Frank Thorne series. So no,
John is coming over. I like Rex said. I think we got to kind of check.
We'll have to check the legalities on that first.
I don't think legal is going to appreciate me. Hey everybody, let's talk comics.
Legal liability outweighs it. All right, so to start off, we're going to do, as we always do, the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. So 10 random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail of $3.99 cover price or higher. So suggested retail of $40, and we have it tonight for $5, as always, as a thank you to our viewers. And we have it every show, and it'll be available throughout the show. So keep in mind that we will do, if you order multiples, we will do our best not to duplicate.
See, Nick just said there's 4 50-cent books for New Comic Book Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do 10 50-cent books every week.
That's right.
we needed to do like a cosplay contest or something.
I see what you did there. Josh Wentz says,
see, that's a good deal. I like that, man. I love Gold Key Comics.
No, you got to give him the Gold Key Comics for him to make you lunch.
I have plenty of them.
I'm trying to upsell your cooking skills.
I'll tell you, I really enjoy cooking more now that I'm not doing it for money, which is weird because everybody that knows me knows that I love money. But to just cook now for friends and family, sit down and make something like when I made you that stuff last week, 2 weeks ago. It was just fun.
And I can't stop talking about.
I didn't have to worry about this or that or whatever. It just sort of
cilantro rice was phenomenal.
You know what I mean? It was nice to just be able to cook and do stuff and not have to worry about servers to the pass or
I think everybody enjoys it to a certain extent, but
which wedding guest has the violent allergy to Spam or whatever?
Oh, Stevie B. The new Warner the Discover stock hit the market at 25. It's down to 18, probably crushed by the Wonder Twin news. I'm surprised that the stock didn't take a bounce.
Yeah, but everything is getting hammered, though. Every person I know that's in the stock market, like my wife's sobbing hysterically because her 401k is now down to about 165L or something. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's awful. But,
I know. But I mean, obviously.
Oh, this is a good question from Dave. Robbie, what is your shop doing for Free Comic Book Day?
Free Comic Book Day is huge for us. It's like Black Friday, so we'll be having various sales going on. We will have tons of people there. There will be cosplayers there to take pictures and stuff like that. Sometimes they do a cosplay contest, but that's not something I do. So, but we're going to be fully staffed. We're going to have some special deals, and the big thing for this year is that Bueller is going to be at my shop for Free Comic Book Day from Comics
really?
Bueller.
Oh, in like the RV or whatever, the comic book.
In the Bueller bus. So we're super excited for that.
Nice. Dude, that's cool. That's very cool.
That should be cool, dude.
We got a genuine celebrity coming, y'all.
So
we should take the Dynamite Jet down there.
Yeah. Y'all are more than welcome.
Dynamite Jet's a paper airplane.
The Dynamite Jet. No, it's a drone. It's carrying us. Oh boy, one of us should have Diet Pepsi, Rex.
So real quick, because we promised this to John Skilios. John,
this is in publisher update.
Right? So John, the range of the Moon Knight, if you want it, has been anywhere between $60 and $80.
Ooh.
The range of the Night Stalker has been $6.95. The range of this has been $50 to $80 as well. So if you want all three, John, we'll just make it an even $100. If you don't, let us know. We'll hook it up. And if John says no, then we'll see what anybody else wants. Robbie, are you live streaming the event? Dave says.
I think Bueller is planning on doing some live streaming there. I am not planning on doing it, but while Bueller's in town, we will be doing some live streaming. So I'm pretty busy that day. So
I'm sure you will be.
Yeah. All right, John claims them, by the way. Got it. Thank you.
All of them for $100. You got it, John.
So the good news is with the success of Bueller's Road Trip, the next thing I'll be pestering Nick for is a Dynamite Mobile. He must be so excited to sit and listen to this pitch.
I'll bring the match.
Yeah, dead silence. There's got to be a bookmobile intact somewhere in this country that we can turn into a comic book mobile.
That'd be cool. Going from town to town, giving out comics.
I don't know how long.
Oh, the last time I saw a bookmobile was I was in Chicago right before the pandemic, and somebody had turned it into a coffee bookmobile. It was like a food truck that you came in and you sat down, and they left one of the shelves still intact. Joel, the Dynamite Shag Wagon.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah, it was called the Coffee and Book Wagon, and what they did was they pulled out the shelves on the one side, and it was just these great little seats kind of built into the wall where you kind of sat down, and you could read books off the shelf, and then right kind of like where you would check out. I don't know how many of you remember bookmobiles. That's where the barista was.
That's an interesting idea.
And it was a very cool idea. They did really well in Chicago. Like I asked her, I said, hey, look, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, we're surprised. She's like, both of our mothers were convinced that we were just throwing all our money away.
Right.
But they gave it to us anyway. And she's like, 2 years we've been doing this now.
Nice.
And people are like, oh, I remember the bookmobile from my childhood.
Nostalgia. There is success in selling nostalgia, I got to admit.
I don't have any problems with it, but when you're selling a 14-ounce cup of coffee and a biscotti for $10,
it's not
clearly that's not the cheapest of prices in Chicago. So clearly people are really digging the bookmobile.
Right.
And the best thing is all the books they have in the bookmobile look exactly the way high school library books did when we were kids. That weird sort of plastic trim or whatever. And of course they have all the sort of it was filled with like Agatha Christie and sort of stuff that everybody likes.
Well, in essence, you're selling nostalgia, and nostalgia sells. Especially
Bueller is very much. Dave just mentioned Walter White in the Winnebago. From what I've seen, I think Bueller is very much Walter White in the Winnebago. He's just kind of, cruising the country, bombing in front of stores.
He must be hitting. He should do a truck stop review show too.
He got I guess he's got what? He's got a satellite dish on that thing, so he can stream or.
He's got something, right? He does have something that he pays monthly that gives him Wi-Fi or something. But if you watch some of his streams from some of the areas of the country, it didn't work too well. But
yeah, I mean, there's got to be spotty parts.
But I did see one where it was spotty. I have to admit, I want to be supportive, but after about 4 minutes, I was like, dude, this is giving me eye strain and a headache. I'm probably gonna. But I'd rather just donate $5.
He should probably do a show reviewing truck stops. He's got to stop at enough of them.
He should.
Yeah,
he should. That'd be cool.
Actually.
That would be a beneficial thing to know, what stops. If I'm on the road and I'm on whatever highway or interstate, and I know that I'm about to have to stop to say use the restroom or get something to eat, it'd be nice to know which exits have the best truck stops. That'd be great.
I got to tell you, I just saw the other day. I read about this gas station kind of convenience store experience that's been growing out of Texas. See if I can find
Buc-ee's.
Yes, Buc-ee's. Yes,
been to Buc-ee's.
I have never been to a Buc-ee's, and I want to go so bad now.
What Wawa is to us.
No, we have some. We have some down here, right? We have some down here, and last Halloween, we were going down to Birmingham or outside of Birmingham to go to a haunted house attraction. And as we're going, I just see this massive amount of lights, and I'm like, "What is that?" And it was a Buc-ee's. It was one of those, and they let you know, the signs will be Buc-ee's only 200 miles away. That's an exaggeration, but they let you know that, bruh, when we went by it, it is so large. It's bigger than a Walmart. I cannot believe it. That's not it's wild. Well, gas pumps all the way around it. It's huge, man.
Dude, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've been reading. I saw pictures, dude. And they sell what is it? There's the chipmunk or what
yeah, they have unique food items they sell, which have been very tasty. I've had people bring them back for me from my old radio show. They're delicious. They're absolutely delicious.
Eli is talking about drive-thru liquor stores.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave wants to see something that he can resell at his own site. So if you could put up the Electra slab.
All right, let's do it.
Put those 3 in there. There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Guaranteed 9.8. You don't have to pay for it to ship to CGC. Buy the book, pray for 9.8. Pay for it to be graded and shipped back to you. So what do we got it at?
$99.99.
You know what? For Dave, make it $75.
For David, $75. Everybody else to Oh, okay.
I was about to be anybody else, it's 100, but Dave gets the discount.
Exactly, right?
John Spilios, what's going on, buddy? Go Bucks.
Go Bucks, nice.
I see what you did there, John. Very funny.
So, Dave, I don't know if you heard that. If you get the first crack at it, but if you don't want it, then I guess it's
Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, #1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $99.99. Tonight we have one available for $75. So, Dave, if you want first crack at it, post it up in the chats. Let's see, it's 6:19. We'll give Dave until 6:22 to make a decision. If not, then obviously it's open to whomever wants it for $75. So,
see, that would be a cool multiverse incursion in the future multiverse version. Daredevil, but Elektra.
It would be. It would actually be.
How about if we just got a good Elektra live action for once? That'd be nice. I'd like that.
I wouldn't argue. I just, based on what I heard today, some people are under the impression the multiversing of the MCU is like a phase or whatever. Oh no! From what I read today, they're going to be using the multiverse to sort of launch new projects.
Which sort of makes sense. I'm interested to hear they're having that retreat, right? That they haven't had in 3 years. I think.
Well, there's a ton of spoilers already out there about.
Yeah, Feige's about to be planning out the whole next 10 years. They said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're kind of seeing what.
It's like, so you are telling me that there hasn't been a consistent direction since Endgame. Oh, okay. You're just now getting to the let's actually plan where everything's going, because it kind of feels like it's just all over.
It almost reminds me of they're so busy partying at the success of Endgame that things have sort of just almost been going by like momentum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we'll just keep doing stuff. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, you know, it was.
Not everybody's like drooling over everything we're releasing. So, you know.
Well, I saw they have a few really cool things planned. I don't know. Do we want to talk about the spoilers that are out on the internet for Multiverse of Madness?
I don't think we want to talk what they are, but I saw that footage and I'm more excited for this movie than I've been ever. So it got me more hype. So.
All right, so Dave is turning down the Daredevil Electra one.
Dave had the first crack at it, so
it's available to everybody. Yeah. Daredevil Woman Without Fear, #1, CGC graded 9.8 guaranteed. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have it for $75.
That's nice, man. 25% off a book like that is nice, especially that we'll be getting more Daredevil.
So I guess Josh does not want to talk spoilers on Doctor Strange.
So then in Act 2, when She-Hulk appears, no, just kidding.
But you are aware of the spoilers, right, John? Are you cool
I
with
very
it?
much am.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. I'm really excited.
If She-Hulk suddenly shows up in scene 2 or Act 2, we're gonna be pissed at you.
Well, I've actually seen some of the footage in the disreputable places of the internet. I know Robbie knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was like, "Ooh, what?"
There's stuff out there already that kind of made me literally do. You know the videos where you're watching reaction videos? Literally, I'm watching this, and like I literally rocked back, and the dog jumped up, and I was like, "Whoa, nice!" Needless to say, we won't talk about spoilers, but thankfully, I already have tickets to multiple showings. But
all right, let's go ahead and spoil it. The Wonder Twins show up. It's wild.
Could you imagine?
It's wild.
Oh my God! I read that today.
A new publisher.
I was laughing. I was genuinely laughing when I read that. Jerome Station, man, thanks for joining us, buddy. All right, let's do a Dynamite book real quick. Let's see what do we got. We got a lot of Dynamite stuff tonight.
We got to talk about new comic book day too. There's a ton of stuff coming, not just from Dynamite. This is going to be a good new comic book day. Usually, when I'm like, Alec, what did you think of new comic book day?
He's like, what's a new comic book day?
Well, you know what though? I don't blame him though, because too much stuff is hype now, and we've talked about that on this show too. When you hype every single thing, it all is sort of like white noise. You know what I mean? Like, oh wow, Batman 634 is coming out. Okay, I didn't think you were canceling the book. Is there anything new happening?
Right.
He beats people up. Okay, you know what I mean?
It must be Wednesday, new comic book day.
It must be Wednesday, you know what I mean? They need to sort of, I'll tell you, they always talk about how to boost comic book sales. I'll tell you how they boost comic book sales. They boost comic book sales by emulating what the MCU did. Build up to something really cool. Stop just having a series of mega crossovers one after another. Now they bleed into each other.
Well, I'm hoping that this new merger with Discovery is going to, obviously they're making some moves and decisions. I'm hoping that it'll push things in a different direction. That there'll be some order. That granted you don't have Kevin Feige, but maybe you could start moving into consciously trying to keep everything at least within a certain realm or some direction. Right now,
this just sounds like Henry Cavill judging a guest episode of Iron Chef to me. Because they're all owned by Discovery. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'd be cool with that.
I would totally be cool with that. Speaking of which, for food fans, Iron Chef is coming back to Netflix. Just when I was getting ready to cancel that. Alton Brown and the production company got a hold of the rights to not Iron Chef America from Food Network, the original Iron Chef.
The OG?
What?
The OG Iron Chef? Oh, I used to love
that. They reached out to Fuji TV or whoever the holding company for Fuji TV is now for the rights.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're going to put Iron Chef on, I think it's 6 or 8 episodes. Alton Brown, they got the I can't remember his name, Mark DeCascos will be the chairman.
I used to love watching the old one. I remember when I first watched it, I was like, this is like Mortal Kombat meets the Food Network.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so before we got to go to break, let's do Barbarella #5, Ken Hazer premium metal cover.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So,
Dave's going back to work.
See you, Dave. Thanks
Bye,
for checking in, buddy. Suggested retail of 100, and we have one available tonight for 50.
I'm gonna feel bad. Dave goes back to work, and we do 9 books that he wanted. Yikes!
So Jorem says he missed the topic. All I heard was Wonder Twins. Yeah, we're all over the place tonight, so you didn't miss too much. But we started off with the Wonder Twins thing. I had read in the news today, I'm sure many of the viewers have, that after the merger, they've made a decision to axe the movie. I thought that was a wise decision. I think Robbie also believes it's a wise decision. John has disagreed.
No, I don't disagree. I think it's a good decision to get rid of the movie. I think it's a bad decision to give up on the property.
Well, I think there's
that has
so much
as an animated series.
There's so many directions you could have gone in DC Universe. This would not have been the first one I thought of. Because ultimately, I remember the Wonder Twins as this add-on to Superman or Super Friends, and every episode you scratch your head going, why are they there?
That part might be true, but read Mark Russell's run on Wonder Twins.
Yeah, the Mark Russell run's really cool. It's kind of like the satirical.
No, I haven't read it, and I totally believe you guys. But to me, either do something that a character that kind of like Blade was for Marvel, no one's ever heard of, but has enough depth in creation and story that you can grab a general audience. You try to grab a general audience with Wonder Twins, and I guarantee you the vast majority of it will remember the Wonder Twins like I do. The purple, pointy-eared twins on Super Friends, and we never could figure out why they were there.
Yeah, I think their best bet would be to go with Ambush Bug at this point.
Anything other than the Wonder Twins would be my opinion.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they are doing what you asked, but they're doing it with TV because that's what Peacemaker is. Peacemaker's a niche character that almost nobody knows anything about.
Yes,
until they slid him into Suicide Squad.
You're right, but the problem is the Wonder Twins are probably a little too notable. Okay, because most of us of that generation grew up on Saturday mornings watching Super Friends.
Well, like Nick's pointed out, though, everybody, we all have this idea of Wonder Twins because of the Super Friends, and obviously they were created for that to have like some kids, characters in it. But like they're not near as bad as the two kids with the dog and the buggy or whatever in the other Super Friends show. Yeah, I hated that. But Super Friends gave everybody this really negative impression of Aquaman, and they were able to turn that around. Now, I don't think we need a dark and gritty Wonder Twins movie or anything like that. So,
well, I mean, I think I think several things happen. I think they did a good job with Aquaman, and I think Jason Momoa is a draw, just as John Cena is a draw. So if you cast a right actor, it can also.
Well, Ron just brought up the point of when you have a property like Lobo, why would you do a Wonder Twin movie?
Good point. That's an excellent point. And I think
that's how you get like Dave Bautista migrating over.
Good. I like that.
Because he said he's done being Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? There's no reason he can't slide on over to Warner and be Lobo.
Well, here, let me say this. I also agree with where Rupin signed. Some of the best superhero movies have been with unknown or original characters. I agree with that statement. But that's my problem with the Wonder Twins is it's not an unknown character. Most of us that grew up in that era remember it from Super Friends.
I hope after all this we have a Wonder Twins book, or do we not?
No, we do not.
No, we do not.
We do not. All right, so we got to go to our first break. So stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
We are back. That was funny. There was no music or anything. We were just back. I'm going to jump in here real quick with this because I know John Spilios is here.
What is this food you're looking at, John?
John Spilios, I don't know if he's by his keyboard, he's AFK or what, but let me ask you a question. What would you want to pay for this?
Well, it is a Quasar book, so we got.
No, but the Punisher's in it. I know he's a big Punisher fan, so John, let us know what you'd want to pay for this.
All right, so Andy, I don't know what's going on if you're just seeing commercials, but we just came back from our commercial break, so hopefully you're not just watching commercials.
What's going on? I'm just watching commercials here. Well, they're entertaining. I'm just waiting for Robbie to come back. Yeah, I know. We get that.
John Spilios says, too bad Mo is Aquaman. He would make a perfect Lobo. I would agree with that, but by the same token, that's not too hard to do because the Human Torch became Captain America, and that worked.
Yeah, but he's already Aquaman. That's the same universe, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it can be done.
It can.
All right, Andy, you can see it's awesome. So who is the cover artist? Do you know, John?
Of this book, I do not know, and I'm not going to open it up.
What's the issue number?
John didn't say anything. Someone else asked Rubenstein asked who the cover artist is.
Oh, the cover artist, Eric Larson. I can almost get it. It's Eric Larson or Andy Smith. You can never tell on these. So, John, it's number 42. Here's a hint. Whatever you say, we'll give it to you at. You can say free, you can say $1, you can say $10. So you choose the price.
What issue number is it?
Quasar 42. And if John says no, then we can make the offer available to anybody else. I don't know, though. That free, can't go below free, can we?
We can send them money
well,
with it. You want me to put a $5 bill in here with the book? Or?
Let's have a little bit of presentation.
Yeah, and it looks like that is an Andy Smith cover. So.
It does look like it's an Andy Smith cover.
All right. So while we're waiting on the Quasar, let's see. What should we do? We should do. Let's do a Virgin cover. So
ask Robbie what he wants to do.
What do you want to do, Robbie?
Let's do a Virgin cover.
There we go.
There we go. Great minds think alike.
Nice pick up, my man.
All right, so we have Dynamite Never Dies, number 3, Arthur Sudam, Virgin covers.
It's just Dynamite.
All right.
Say it right.
Okay, all right. Dynamite.
Thank you.
Never Dies.
One of us is employed by this company. Not for long.
Suggested retail of $50, and we have it tonight, one available for $40. So John wants to pay $15, and since Nick said whatever
John
you said,
sold. It's yours. Congratulations.
It's yours, John. All right, let me write it down here.
You know, I have one issue of Quasar because I don't know if it might have been Wolfman or somebody, but somebody did an issue of Quasar where a speedster pops up into the Marvel universe with a tattered red uniform, and he has no memory of where he was, just that he was in the midst of some kind of big cataclysmic crisis event. Yeah, and then he goes, so it's basically the idea is that Barry Allen, after Crisis, pops in the Marvel universe and has a hero sacrificial death to save the world.
They've done that a couple times, actually, where like somewhere in the background, though, whenever you kind of see the Flash, like you see a foot.
Yeah, he's all over the multiverse, you know.
Yeah.
So when is Thor coming out?
July? Is it June? June or July?
June.
I'm excited about that one as well. You know, that's the thing. MCU can create that excitement. DC
July 8th.
What's that?
July 8th.
July 8th.
July 8th.
All right.
Well, we've got Moon Knight, and this was something of note that came up today. The Moon Knight social media account said the series finale is tomorrow.
Right.
And Marvel Studios bigfooted them by saying, no, the season finale is tomorrow, hinting that there'll be season 2 of Moon
See,
Knight.
but they already said there wasn't going to be a season 2.
No, they actually didn't.
They're always very...
Yeah, they didn't actually say that. What they did was they had classified it as a mini-series for the Emmys.
Yeah.
And then everybody assumed that meant that there would, because a miniseries is self-encapsulated, one story shot.
This is the Haley Atwell thing now. They're very clever. Haley Atwell, people are like, you said you were never going to be Agent Carter again. And she's like, I'm not Agent Carter again.
Well, and the other thing is they don't have an extended contract for Oscar Isaac. Like they don't have him.
True.
So I don't know. We'll
true,
see what
but
happens.
Again, that doesn't mean it. Or maybe they do.
Anybody can be the Fisticunt show. It's not that hard.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of passing of the mantle at the end.
You never know.
I don't like this show. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I think it should just end, be done.
I mean, to be quite honest, they could have something under wraps with Oscar Isaac that has confidentiality, agreements within it that you can't reveal this contract. The
well, thankfully it's Disney, right? They probably said to him, "Hey, look, if you do Moon Knight, you can do Poe Dameron again." Right? When you're that big, there's always a deal to be made. Always.
Oh my gosh. Maybe Josh goes, maybe they're doing it Marvel comic style. Everything's ongoing
until it's a surprise miniseries.
Good point. True. That is a very good point. And they may be preoccupied with having the Reedy Creek project end.
Oh my God. We'll see.
What
how happy I'd be for Disney World to be in Lake Virginia? Oh my God.
It'll never be.
I'd be super happy.
With Amy there were some pricing situations that we need to figure out. So we told everybody we would have some Marvel feature. How about, you know what? We're going to blow through some of this stuff. Who's got a sticky? I want to get some stickies.
Who's got a sticky?
Who's got a sticky? All right, I got it. It's funny. We can make the finest Dynamite Entertainment holofoil seals on the planet, but we don't have sold stickers. We have to use a literally every one of these books has a holofoil seal
that you can open to read,
which is a marvel of modern science, but yet somehow we're using stickies for.
It's easier. All right, so what did we have?
Marcus,
what
you're
did we
absolutely
show?
right.
Barbarella?
Yes.
All right, let's just do this. Let's do, you can talk about each metal book. Do each metal book at $60, whether it's a Virgin.
We had it at 50 already.
Do each metal book at $50.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that.
Here's where the viewers pick up metal books for half price.
Let's not forget that the Virgins are all $40.
And Marcus, you're right. The Book of Boba Fett did turn into Mandalorian season 2.5.
Or more like 1.5.
I didn't have a problem with that, though.
No, I didn't either.
I had no problem with that.
I was getting ready to stop watching.
The indication is that's what's going to happen. They're going to do another season of the Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
And the indication is it's going to be sort of like
Mando 3.5
or so. And believe me, I don't.
Oh,
I
wow,
look
look
at
at
it in my family room.
I wanted
Fans
to show the wraparound on the Ken Hazer.
Ooh.
Now,
who's the biggest Ken Hazer family now? Isn't that Ron?
Yes. He had 700.
Aging Ronald Shepard.
700 remarks and 77 of them.
What's the Justice League with Nightwing priced at?
Let me see. Justice League. You're talking about the Red Hood?
Yeah.
That is $89.99.
All right. So we'll make each of the commission cover arts tonight $59.99.
Oh wow!
All right. So
do they have the images for this?
Yeah. Let's try this. Justice League number 16 signed with Red Hood cover sketch art by Ken Hazer.
Ron claims it.
Okay, so Ron has claimed it, sight unseen, sort of.
Did somebody buy the Electra or no?
No.
All right. Ron, I'm going to put it back in. So each one, Eli, you missed it by a few seconds, buddy. Sorry, man.
That is so nice, though. Holy cow.
All right, so let's.
Man.
All right, since that one's gone, let's do C3PO number 1, signed with C3PO. Cover sketch by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $89.99, and tonight we have the one available for $59.99.
With that gold pen, looks great.
The Iron Man signed by Greg Land and Ken Hazer.
Man, look at the color again. We've talked about Ken's use of like
and the gold paint pen.
The paint pens, the metal. Oh my!
Yeah, the way he's shading that to make it look like metal is awesome too.
Yeah, that is crazy good.
All right, so I've got the retail price on these, but I'm crossing out the retail price. We talked about this being the big Doctor Strange. John, you get to be Vanna White for the rest of the day. So we got special Strange pricing. Any book that anybody wants to see. We've got the FF. All right, John claims the Iron Man.
All right, John.
John, that Iron Man is so cool. When we talked about this before. Ken working.
Did like Eli get in there right before him? That's what it looks like.
Eli got it. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, he did.
All Eli right. Just beat you.
You got it, Eli. I got you down for the Iron Man, buddy.
So, all right, just to show. Well, you know what? I should show the 2 Marvel feature number 1s first. It would be nice if I showed the number 1s before the number 2s. So, we've got. I should probably do the discounted price in red to make it pop, but. So, this is a great copy of Marvel Features, The Defenders. All right. Amy looked in a few places. She put it at $420, but I'm going to drop it to $375 because Doctor Strange opens up this week. Then we have one that's in a little bit of a lower condition. She's got it at $225. I'm bringing it down to $175. So,
what issue number is that?
These are both Marvel feature number 1.
All right,
and we'll show these later too. We'll run these back up there so people can see them again.
And that one you just have in your hand, you're putting down now, was how much?
One of them is $375. The other's $175.
Check out.
So this is the origin of the Defenders. And then we have Defenders number 2. Check it out with Dormammu. So eventually he is going to come.
Not the Dread Dormammu.
The Dread, not only Dormammu, the Dread Dormammu. This is 130 that we're doing for 85.
Oh, nice. That's a steal.
It is.
Man, it's like comic book men, but in reverse because they get people to pay more.
That's right. They buy for less and pay more. Maybe I should do their
well,
business
finally,
model.
It's like I'll give you $8 for this, and then 2 episodes later, I can't go lower than $1,400. I just can't. I don't own the store.
I don't know if it's like that. So this is one of my favorite issues of FF, by the way. Oh, because it has a Submariner. Now, who made the point? Why is the Submariner shorts red and Doctor Strange green?
I want to guess the color separator got those swapped.
Probably.
Something with the printing, right? Or they read the number wrong.
I'm pretty sure.
And you know what? Wednesday is May the 4th be with you. Let's warm up for that. Let's make C3PO best offer. So
nice.
Starting at $1.
Isn't it already sold?
No one bought the C3PO. So we're going to make it best offer.
Okay.
We're going to make that best offer, and we are going to
starting at
$1.
Okay.
So C3PO is best offer starting at $1.
I've been waiting to say this all show long. I'd buy that for $1.
There you go. Batman 92. Usually we don't start at $1, but today we will. Batman 92, again, CGC graded. Believe it or not, this is a harder cover to get because a lot of people bought the Archrum cover. So this is a 9.8. First appearance of Punchline. Pawns of the Designer. And we will start this at $25 because we had to pay to get it CGC graded. and everything. So that one will start at $25. So C3PO starts at $1. Batman starts at $25. Keep in mind, to buy the back issue, it's a black cover. Pay to ship it to CGC. Pay to get it graded. Hope for a 9.8, and then pay for it to come back. This is guaranteed, and a $25 opening bid. Opening offer, I should say.
All right. So just to recap that C3PO #1 signed with C3PO cover sketch by Ken Hazer is now a best offer starting at $1.
$2. I put in $1. You now need 8 quarters to buy this Ken Hazer.
I didn't see the dollar. And then we had
Marcus said I'd buy that for $1. Thank you. Marcus is in for $1.
All right, Marcus, I got you in for $1.
I was hoping someone would do that. Thank you. Is it JD back there? Or
all right. Where Rubenstein's bidding 25 on each. All right, hold on, where Rubenstein. So 25 on the C3PO and then 25 on the Batman CGC. All right. Gotcha. All right, I got you down, buddy. All right.
A bunch of
Ron,
both
Rubenstein.
Ron and Jeff. I like Jeff's bid though.
Yeah, that's nice.
$19.77. Very cool.
That's a dynamic forces appropriate bid.
Yeah, but unfortunately, where Rubenstein bid 25 on each, so he's lead.
He's
but I want to say one thing. Jeff Wedding, we got it today, sent us a piece of artwork to give away on Friday's show.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Wait. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, we received that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's just go through that. Where Rubenstein's in the lead with C3PO at 25. He is also in the lead for the Batman 92 best offer, starting at 25. He's in the lead at 25.
And all the metal books are $50 tonight.
All right, so we might as well go through another metal book. So we did the Barbarella, so we're going to do Army of Darkness #3, Ken Hazer premium metal cover. And obviously a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle homage.
Man,
and
these things even look better. That's crazy.
And it is a suggested retail of $100, and we have it tonight for $50. So how was your weekend, Robbie, by the way?
Good. Relaxing a little bit. Last weekend was super chaotic because of the con. So just took a little bit easier this weekend. Had some good live streams and shows and read some comics. The other actually had a couple hours to read comics to not talk about or anything. So I read the entire run of Shaolin Cowboy by Jeff Darrow. Been a while since I've dived into that. So yeah, I had a good weekend. Last night we did our best comics of the month stream. Me, Jim Ment, Nick from Comic Culture, and Joe Corallo talking about our favorite comic books of April. It was a blast. So, and now I'm here.
It was fun doing your show on Friday and talking about obviously Frank Miller Presents. Oh, yeah. John Spilios, yes. That was very sad news we heard last week about Neil Adams.
Yeah.
And he was very much an influential artist in my.
Well, you worked with him. Both of us did. You worked.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just that though. I mean, it was the fact that he was. His art was very influential for me for Batman, and it really.
You put him on your top 5 artists when we did that.
Oh,
show,
I did. Right? That's right. That's right. When we had your show, yeah, you're right.
And Neil Adams cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Neil Adams was so important of a figure for like creators' rights, especially Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Like, he sacrificed a lot.
Had an interview with him. How long ago was that interview, Nick?
Last year.
Okay, and it actually is right now. We have it recorded on the EXP, and obviously got a lot of views over the weekend. Obviously since. We're all thinking about it, but it's a great interview. So, after the show, if you got time, you might want to check that out.
And thanks to Jeff Wedding, this will be giving away on Friday. This is from the Dark Horse series, Star Wars Legacy Volume 2. So if Jeff would like to talk about it for a minute, all I can say is thank you, Jeff. You are the man. That is really nice of you.
Yeah, that was really
nice.
Thank
nice.
you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Another thing I love about
page right there. That's a real nice page. The spotting of the blacks on it and everything. That's super. Who's the artist on that? That's really good.
That I don't remember. I was looking at it, trying to remember. I almost want to say it's Tommy Lee Edwards, but it's got that. That Tommy Lee. God, who's the great artist who just passed away last year?
John Paul Leon.
John Polion, you know? Oh, Brian Thies. But doesn't it have that vibe that John Polion, Tommy Lee Edwards?
Yeah, a little bit.
So Jeff Whitting's the man. It's funny, Jeff, I won a piece of Howard Chaykin art in the claim sale, and Bill Cox emails me and he goes, Jeff was trying to get that. It's his birthday coming up. His wife wants to surprise him. Can we have it instead?
Oh, no.
I said, sure. So thank you, Jeff,
So Marcus White, that's from a long, long time ago. I see what you're doing there, Marcus.
I see what you're doing there.
Well played, sir. Well played. So again, to Jeff, thank you very much for that. It should be great show to have that as a giveaway.
Hopefully, Jeff, you're here on Wednesday when we do the May the 4th show, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna do an extra hour, I think, on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do an extra hour.
Did you guys confirm with AR that he knows what Star Wars is?
Yes, we did actually.
He did, but
ironically, I know you were joking, but ironically, we did say something.
He can't stay up for the third hour though. That's a little late.
And he does. He says he does know a lot about Star Wars. Star Trek, see. Not so much. Not so much. Yes, we will see.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh. All right. So let me see. Got two more metal covers, so let's talk about those.
Nice.
Army of Darkness. Oh, I did that one. Evil Ernie #1, Jamie Biggs premium metal cover. Suggested retail of $100, and we have one for $50.
Spider-Man 301 homage.
Oh, my pen ran out of ink.
Yeah, 300, 301.
300, 301, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same cover, just different costumes, right? If I remember right. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's, the publisher of Evil Ernie has been pestered about this being an animated series on Amazon. I can confirm that he's been pestered.
From your anonymous sources?
I said that on Twitter one day, and people just didn't get the joke. I'm like, I can confirm that the publisher has been bothered about, I forget how I put it. People were like, seriously, you're going on record with that? I'm like, yes, I am.
I have an anonymous source, very reliable.
The publisher has been asked to do this book. Really? Yeah, because I asked him, hey, Nick, can you do? We have a lot of fun on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, it doesn't show up in the chat. I don't know if Twitch shows up in the chat, but we know people watch us on other platforms. So I just want to give a shout out to them. I almost feel like we kind of don't shout them out enough. There are people who watch us. Rachel Holland watches us a lot on Twitter.
Oh, that's
primarily
cool.
for me,
that's
but
really...
the books and stuff too.
Wow, dude. Does your arm hurt when you pat yourself on the back like that? We're Rubenstein. You know what? Yes, they can be read. They do open nicely. And since you're asking the question,
62 Lefty cruises in.
Hey, 62 Lefty, what's up, buddy? So where are the metal? Are they there? The metal covers? Do you see
the metal ones? Are, I think.
Let me say. Oh, mate, they're up top. Oh, I got to use the camera. All right, here we go.
Got it.
Yep. All right, so
these metal covers are like the wonder of the age, man.
Well, all right? So this is for we're Rubenstein. Okay, so this is the Evil Ernie metal cover. Okay.
I love the color on that.
And I guarantee you, you won't have rounded corners or spine ticks.
Right? I know.
All right. So here we go. So this is it. I definitely suggest, if you're a Dynamite fan, you definitely should open up and read it. And actually, a lot of times we say that's why we have the hollow foil seal for our signed comics, the remarks we believe that the value of the comics are, now here's the problem, get it back in there.
And I don't feel like this is a spoiler at this point by mentioning this, because the original Dynamite was more than a year ago. So, Evil Ernie has like a cameo in this. So this issue comes with bonus Rex blood. Yikes. Evil Ernie appears in Dynamite. And, Dynamite never died. Dynamite lives again. If you're an Evil Ernie fan, I realize he's kind of a little bit of an acquired taste, but I got to tell you, it's a super fun character.
Josh Went. That's a funny one. So anyway, a little PSA. If you are going to read it, which I totally suggest that you do, and I will actually say this, it's probably safer to read one of these metal ones than to read, something that's a 9.8 because of the potential damage. But this is, because it's metal, it's going to be real hard. I will tell you, however, when you return it to the bag and board, you must put it in with the bag and the board at one time. Otherwise, the corners are going to hitch.
I want to send one of these to CGC and have them tell us that it's not. Oh, well, the color shaded. It's metal. It didn't fade. Stop it.
Wait, where'd you go? Hold on.
We're sorry. No, I'm telling you it's a 10.0. I'm telling you it's a 10.
I'm telling you it's a 10.0. Cut yourself with it. I'll prove it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. All right. So we did the Evil Ernie. Cool. Oh, that's what my
Yeah, these metal covers are just super cool. I mean, there's no other way to really put this. We talked about this before. Dynamite's kind of an industry leader in covers to begin with.
Right.
Metal covers, cosplay covers. I haven't seen anybody taking a swing at ultraviolet covers, and these things are super cool. Last week we had covers that the color, just the new color processing, printing, whatever, it's jarringly bright.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, if covers are your thing, you should pretty much be sort of watching this show. And if you're not, shame on you. But absolutely go to Dynamic Forces, or just, hit up your local comic book store and say, look, I'm tired of the same old stinky covers. Get me something that's new and cool.
So Marcus White asks, would CGC look at and consider the surface polish? I don't know.
I think metal covers are still too new. I don't know. If CGC,
I don't think they know.
I don't think they know. Yeah, I don't know. They probably haven't gotten one yet. I mean, I was only half serious. But I don't know if they'd have a criteria for. What
is like the first person who gets one loses a finger, because like, what's this comic, and slices it out. Like, you should put a warning on it if anybody submits it. You should put a warning.
That's like the pride. Like,
actually,
we do the ones like the ones we fulfill for Diamond actually have a label on it that says caution, edges are sharp. Yeah. So you have to in this day and age, I mean, it's like the old coffee cup thing, contents are hot. I ordered hot coffee, of course.
This is all over the place price-wise. So we put it up at 70, special pricing at 50. That is beautiful Frank Brunner, Doctor Strange, the Defenders. So John's like, wait a minute. What else? John wants to shut the door on me.
No, I think John wants to retrieve a pen for him. My pen's out of ink. So
Rex
this is not on the sheet.
Rex doesn't have a pen. I felt bad.
This is like everything is dependent on this. You and Rex are both
doing work, so I figured I'll go fetch the pen.
Thank you, sir. So, all right. So we had the Doctor Strange.
The Doctor Strange cover's dope.
John finds me the worst pen on the face of the earth in the office.
What are you talking about? Ken Hazer embarrasses Picasso with a pen like that.
I don't claim to be Ken Hazer. I never did.
My point is, all you have to do is write.
I know, and you bring me the crappiest pen. Okay?
It's a Sharpie. It's
I want next con you go to, and you're waiting in line to have some artists sign your book. Keep in mind, bring extra pens because your first choice is not so good.
Hey Rex, the current bid on the Batman 92 is that still at 25?
Let me see. That is currently at 25, Jerem.
For years, I would always have a metallic green paint pen in my pocket.
I wonder why.
I have a bunch of books signed in green, and I had people say, "I've never seen creators signed in green."
All right. Well, you know what? It's time for a second break, so we're going to take our second break, so I can go get another pen. Okay. All right. That actually will work properly. All right. So stay with us. We'll be back in a second.
Robbie will probably have something entertaining to say when we get back. We won't.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
You're watching The Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Throw up a
hey, we're back.
I'm the
All
big
right,
one.
so
Look
we've
at that.
been pushed out of the show thing. It's probably the smart move at this point.
The new star. All right, so Jerem,
Robbie,
I got you.
Collectables.
I got you down for 30 on the Batman. So Jay will throw up a link. That is a submission form. You're going to claim it on the chat or put your bids up on the chat for this particular item. At 7:55, we're going to close it. And the person with the highest offer at 7:55 will win the book. And then we need you to fill out that submission form. And the easiest way is PayPal. And we'll send you an invoice tomorrow. And then you can just PayPal us the amount. So that's usually the easiest way to take care of that. But if you have any questions, you can email me at rex.wang@dynamite.com when the show's over. And, I can answer any questions you may have. All right, so there it is. There's the link for the submission form. All right.
Thank you.
Let's see. Sheldon Walsh says that's the Doctor Strange book where Hawkeye makes fun of Green Lantern at the tables, at the table last panel. I did not know that. All right, so let's see. What are we going to do next here? Let's do. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Red Sitha, #1, Mirka Andolfo virgin cover, suggested retail of $50, and we have one available for $40. All right.
This is a really cool character.
Yeah.
The Andolfo Red Sonja book so far has been very enjoyable. This new character is really cool, and it's putting a different, like, I've read some Red Sonja stuff before, but this puts a different spin on her where she's almost in this like surrogate mother kind of role.
This is very cool.
So to see her grown up, that's going to be interesting to see her with the full on Red Sonja lifetime influence. So that's gonna
Hey, JD McIntyre's in the house. Hey, what's up, buddy? Comics boring. Where's the food talk?
Where's the food talk? Yikes. Yeah, it'll be very cool. We've seen Red Sonja as everything, right? We've seen her as a queen. We've seen her do everything. Motherhood is one of those things where, it'll be interesting to see exactly what Red Sitha is like, because if you're reading the book now, clearly this book will take place a little bit down the road. So Red Sonja will be older. So not only will Red Sitha be different, but Red Sonja will be different. She'll have had the experience.
It's a great book. You got to give it a shot.
Yeah.
You guys got to give it a shot. This is a great read. You're going to love it if you get it. All right. Last interruption from Nick. Moon Knight #6. This is some of the stuff we showed last week that we said we would get to. So Moon Knight #6. Again, the prices these days are just wide. So we put it in at 30, special pricing of 20. Let's see. I guess we
That's a
could put
great
it,
cover.
isn't it?
And it's newsstand.
And it is a newsstand copy. Yep, you're right. Then we have Moon Knight #7, which is $20. We've got it for $12. It's a cool cover. To me, not as cool as the other one, but it is cool. Got to make a little bit of room. Then we have Moon Knight 13. This goes for the most money because of the first crossover with Daredevil. So we put it at 40 and special price of 25, which, considering Daredevil's one of my two favorite Marvel characters, would not
say 25. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 25. And then last of the Mohicans, Moon Knight #19, one of my all-time favorite covers. $20. We'll do it for 12.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
like
honestly one of my. I mean,
that's a
look
great
at
cover.
Arsenal. I mean, it's just amazing.
That's a great cover.
Let's see. Where does that leave us? What did we have Lois Lane at in The Walking Dead?
Let's see.
Lois Lane, by the way, is number 8 out of 50. And Mike Perkins lives in the UK now, so his signature will be very difficult to get.
And he's hot now because of his work on Swamp Thing.
Yeah. He's always been a great artist. I mean, Captain America, Swamp Thing, everything.
We had it at $49.99.
So we'll drop this to $29.99. And it's number 3. So basically $30 for number 3. And then The Walking Dead.
All right, Walking Dead number 150. That is $59.99.
All right, we'll make this 30 as well.
Wow.
$29.99 or 30.
$29.99.
All right.
Nice.
All right, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you all.
I'll say this: if you're watching us on a different platform, this should really probably be a good night to jump onto this platform so you can get bids in.
Right.
Because, I forget veggie sandwich. I don't know if Nick has eaten today. I mean, I'm sorry. I like you guys, but if these were my books, you wouldn't be getting them that cheap. I'm sorry. It just wasn't.
Seconded.
Yeah, right. I mean, seriously, I just, I sometimes I worry we give away too much stuff because it's not our stuff. I mean, Rex doesn't care. But
you didn't bring me a food package today. What's up with that?
Doesn't mean you should give Nick's books away.
No, I'm segueing totally away.
You bring him food 1 week, John, to do something nice, and now he's going to complain about every week that you don't.
Peter thing, right? You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him forever. So your cooking lessons start next week, my friend.
I know how to fish. I know how to cook. It's just not as good as yours.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, well, hey, I gave you kudos. I always do about your cooking. Nobody can compete.
I'll tell you, man. No, you know what? You probably want to hit up Kyle, man. Every once in a while, Kyle throws
Kyle's
something.
in Ohio.
Yeah, but I am we are the Ohio State champions in pork and brisket.
If I lived in Ohio, I'd be asking you the same question, Kyle. But he lives in the same town I live in. See?
Come over and you can have the leftovers. Just drive to Ohio. I'll give you ribs right now.
Well, can you package it in such a way it won't spoil?
No.
Well, then I don't want to eat spoiled barbecue unless I was really, really desperate. So, but no, I mean, between Kyle and John, why would I, it's like Mike Tyson fighting a baby. Why would I even try?
I'd punch a baby for.
Or better yet, not Mike Tyson fighting a baby, but Mike Tyson fighting some stranger that's sitting on a plane behind him that's annoying him. Okay. Yes, JD, correct. Kyle, you need to do a rib competition in New Jersey, and then everybody's problem is solved. I get my barbecue. You could become the barbecue champion in New Jersey. See?
Unfortunately, being a barbecue champion in New Jersey, no disrespect to whoever is the barbecue champion in New Jersey.
We all know how this type of conversation starts.
But I don't know if it has the same connotation as being a barbecue champion in big barbecue states.
Here's the reason why I wasn't coming back in was to eat my veggie sandwich. Look at that. 1 slice of mozzarella, 1 slice of tomato. That's a veggie sandwich.
That's like an hors d'oeuvre.
I have to be honest. I got to call out. I got to call it out to my viewers. I can't lie to them. Actually, I think this is just a show prop. It ends up in the trash can. I come in the morning.
If it was my sandwich, I took a big bite. The big bite.
So that's for the sake of the show. So I'm calling them out on it. And I have to tell you that the chips totally counteracts the veggie sandwich. The goodness of the veggie sandwich is counteracted by the chips.
See, in my mind, that's one of Gracie the cosplayers.
Deep fried burger instead.
Ooh, a deep fried burger sounds
JD wants to know, why are you punishing yourself by eating that? Who hurt you?
Joel says that's not a sandwich, that's rabbit
I'll
feet.
tell you right now, I say this to a lot of you. Go to Gracie the cosplayer's Twitter feed today. She did a cake that looks like a Chick-fil-A meal.
Really?
It's like one of those, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I can't believe it's a cake.
Again, I was a big fan of Cake Boss. I love
she actually tagged Buddy into it.
So
I know Buddy.
Josh Wentz says NJ Pitmaster Mafia. Now, I'm not a barbecue expert. Is that something, a show, or
it is? No, it's not a show. It's
contest.
Yeah, it's a group. They're New Jersey Pitmaster.
Are they the kings of Jersey barbecue? The people, the very people you insulted 5 minutes ago, John? Is that who that is?
All right.
A little bit, yeah.
Jenna Burns says her cooking is all right. She's throwing her hat in the ring against Kyle and John. Man, we should just have a show where the three face off.
Side of the book.
Yeah, let's do a barbecue competition. Jorem, all right. So if the submission form's not working, Kyle or Jay may be able to answer the question. But if you really can't make it happen, you can email me at rex.wang@dynamite.com. Make sure to include your shipping address. All right, because that's going to be a very important, so we know to ship to, and then I'll communicate with you that way though.
And don't worry, Jorm, it's super easy. You just pick all the boxes that have traffic lights in them. That's it. It's super easy.
All right, so let's see here.
I gotta go check. I can't believe I put a CAPTCHA on those things. I hate CAPTCHA so much. I can't believe I put one on my own website.
Somehow I think it's hysterical that the robots are asking the humans to prove that we're not robots.
I saw that somewhere.
I had enough of that, man. It's time to pull the plug.
So Joelle is asking if you have ever eaten at the restaurant school in Philadelphia.
I have. I was actually asked to speak.
Like on Walnut Street.
Yeah,
right?
I was asked to actually speak at Walnut Hill about 6-ish years ago, I think, about food trucks. The same with Drexel School of Hospitality. They asked me to come and speak to people about how you have to change the cooking style, how the brigade system doesn't work in a truck because there's no room for the brigade. So we sort of brought a truck, opened it up, and let the students see exactly what it's like. You know what I mean? And it was one of the funny things was I said, I don't get in the truck because obviously me in a food truck is almost like I'm wearing it like an Iron Man suit. Well, my size.
I know the restaurant school for no other.
Cool,
Joelle graduated from there. That's so cool. What year did you graduate, Joelle?
Walnut Hill is like one of the.
And you don't have to tell us. I'm not trying to figure out your age. Only because the reason I know what the restaurant school is because I used to walk past it every day to get to my bus stop to get home from school. And they had the most interesting sign.
They put out like the highest level. They put out like the highest level, and I'm certainly not running down other culinary schools. But once a culinary career became like more socially desirable, and people, what I call the food networking of America, when people started thinking a cook isn't a terrible job, right? You have people that jumped into the culinary education scene that maybe did not have the level of standards that something like the school at Walnut Hill did. And that's why I think now when you're like, oh, I have a bachelor's degree in culinary arts. And I'm like, well, yeah, but have you cooked anything?
Right.
Because they have a restaurant. When you have a culinary school with a restaurant, those students are in there cooking. And those meals are amazing. The same with Atlantic Cape Community College. They have a restaurant that's some of the finest meal. I tell people all the time, you'll get an Atlantic City boardwalk level meal for a third of the price. So much better service.
So Joelle, you graduated in 07, 08. That's really interesting. It's so cool. That's part of the show. So cool to find out something about our viewers. Do they have a restaurant on site that you can go and eat and pay for?
What, Walnut Hill?
No, the restaurant school.
Yeah, it's in Walnut. It's the restaurant school at Walnut Hill College.
But it's right on Philly on Walnut Street. I thought that's
where they get the Walnut Hill thing from.
There are no hills there. I used to walk by it every day. Okay, so let's see. It's an exciting job, but it's been devalued for years. Cooks need to be paid way more. I would agree with that.
I agree with that. I saw a thing today about what how many, like, what are the jobs that are the least underpaid, right? And the ones I always jump out at, like a teacher, man, I mean, that's a super hard job. Pay teachers more. Nurse, especially like ER nurses, man, when something hits the fan and you call for help, I'm not going to jump out there, right? Yeah. Firefighters are another one, man. I don't know what they pay firefighters, but let's be clear. They're running into a burning building when everyone else is running out.
That's true.
You can throw them a few more bucks. And absolutely, cooks, bartenders, there's a sort of a terrible kind of pay schedule in most states, pay structure, and it is not good. People enter the culinary world because they have a passion for it. Nobody's entering it to make money.
Just that whole restaurant industry in general, like servers and stuff like that, having to depend on tips or whatnot. Also, I would put comic book artist on that list.
I would as well. Yeah. I mean, I definitely would put them on the list as well. Most creative kind of jobs like that tend to be undervalued, underpaid. So JD mentions EMTs are criminally underpaid. I would agree with that too.
So let me ask you a question. There's 4 restaurants. Was there a restaurant at the culinary school that you were specific about? Because there's a Italian restaurant. There's like an American Heartland restaurant.
Dude, I don't know. The only reason I know about the restaurant.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking.
I was just curious. I would walk by. It was a kid. I had no money. You know, I'm not going in there and sitting down and having a meal. I mean, I'd scrape enough for like a Big Mac and a Coke and some fries.
Joel knows because he was there. There's 4 restaurants on campus, right? There's one that's an homage to the great chefs. When I was much younger, it was very much like an Escoffier type restaurant. And then they did it to expand a lot of the great chefs of the 20th century. The Italian Trattoria is a great place. I love the little space there. And then they have a bistro, and then they have like an American Heartland restaurant, sort of, you know.
And I assume students.
Yeah,
the
students work there. The students bust the tables. The students do everything. I've been to a couple events, culinary events, like award shows and stuff like that have been hosted there too, like various private organizations, sort of American Culinary Federation.
Nice.
They'll grab, instead of having catering a hall or an event, they do it at a school.
Right. But so they learn catering.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no. So the topic came up, so I was kind of interested in maybe going now that I can. I'm an adult. But all right, let's do a recap. So we, as always, started off with the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, suggested retail of $40, and we have it as always at $5.50 a comic for as a thank you to our viewers. Then we had C-3PO #1 signed with a C-3PO cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99. It became a best offer book, and currently where Rupenstein is in the lead at $25. All right, that was claimed by Ron. That was claimed by Eli. All right, then we had Batman #92, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and Jerem is in the lead at $30. Then we had Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, #1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have one available tonight for $75. Then we had Red Sitha, #1, Mirka Andolfo, virgin cover, suggested retail of $50, and we have one available for $40. And then we have Dynamite.
Thank you.
Never Dies, #3, Arthur Sudam, virgin cover. Suggested retail of $50, and we have it for $40. All right, Creative
Keep is at $35 for C-3PO.
All right, Creative Keep, I got you down.
To be clear, just
yes,
it's Walnut Hill College.
Walnut
is
Hill
the
College.
Technical name. People in this part of the country just call it the restaurant school. That's the way it's always been since I was a kid. I remember my dad always telling me.
That's what the sign said.
That's
a sign on the building, restaurant school.
When you look at it in the kind of like the culinary guidelines, it's Walnut Hill College because sometimes people can't find it.
Right, I got you. All right, so
I'll tell you right now, you're in the city, you want a great Italian meal, call ahead and book at the Trattoria.
Dude, if I ever have any plans to go in the city to have dinner, I would text you first before the day would ever happen. Are you kidding me?
They used to. I don't know if they've done it, but before the pandemic, the students on Pasta Day, they did the most amazing manicotti. I loved it with crab. And it was very good.
I don't think I would ever go to a restaurant I haven't tried in this area without texting me first. All right, at this point, I have my personal restaurant reviewer. Why would I take a chance? That stuff costs money.
That was the first gimmick I had on the radio, like 11 years ago. They would send me to a restaurant as someone in the industry and be like, "Well, what do you think of this place?" And I'm like, "I don't."
You have your personal comic publisher that you call whenever you have an idea, and I have a personal restaurant reviewer that I can text whenever I'm going out for dinner.
Support your local publisher. Really funny. Somebody who listens to this show on Twitter lives in, I can't think of the name of it now. They live in the town where Zenoscope Comics is, Horsham, Pennsylvania. And he said, well, if I knock on their door, will I get the same welcome that you get from people at Dynamite? And I said, hopefully not, because they never want to see me.
Maybe. or maybe the cops will be called. That's the gamble you got to take. Man.
I've been super clear on this. I've said it a bunch of times, particularly on Twitter.
Don't call the police on me, please.
Do not roll into your local comic publisher. I mean, I certainly can't stop people from doing that, but that is not a good idea.
Yeah, don't do this at home.
Yeah, do not. Seriously, don't do that at home. I mean, most of the time,
John's a professional at food. Okay,
it's going to be like a professional
that
pest.
Didn't really work.
Professional publisher really pest.
Well, I don't want people thinking, "Oh, it worked out for John. Maybe I'll go knock on the door."
No, I mean,
no, absolutely do not.
Can I speak to you about several of your titles and the direction it's taking?
Long before I harassed Nick here, I harassed Nick at cons. So we'd had a sort of stalker setup relationship.
So prior to showing up to their office, attack them at a con first is what you're saying. I got it. Okay, so we understand.
He probably got tired of seeing me sit in the front row. I mean, I'm a hard target to miss. I mean, one year he had, he did Django, Quentin Tarantino. And I'm sitting in the front row, and everybody is like, oh, and it was really funny because when I first started sitting in Dynamite panels, they weren't that big. And then when Quentin Tarantino was there, we had to be in there with like 5,000 people, and I was like, all too easy.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so we had Barbarella number 5, Ken Hazer premium metal cover. Suggested retail of $100, and we have it for $50. We have one available at that price.
That's nice.
And then we had Army of Darkness number 3, Ken Hazer premium metal cover.
These are so nice.
Suggested retail of $100, and we have one at $50.
Yeah, guys, I'll tell you, tonight is a night to grab a metal cover. They are very reasonably priced tonight.
And
you saw Nick's cry for help sandwich.
Yeah, right.
And just these Hazer TMNT homages are so great too.
Yeah,
they are. And the metal covers are really cool. If I know a lot of the viewers picked one up along the way. If you haven't, it is super cool. Hey, Joe, I'm glad it worked out.
Thank you. We always like to thank everybody. The restraining order just wouldn't take.
Yeah, they expire after a period of time. All right, so then we did Evil Ernie number 1, Jamie Biggs premium metal cover, suggested retail of $100, and we have one available for $50. All right, and then we had Walking Dead number 150, more variants signed by Stefano Guadiano, suggested retail of $59.99. We have one available tonight for $99. And then we did Lois Lane number 1, signed by Mike Perkins, suggested retail of $49.99, and we have one available for $29.99. And then let's go to the vintage books. What was the FF in number 27 in Doctor Strange? What were the prices on those? Do you remember?
You had it at $150, I think.
What's that?
I think they were at $150.
FF 27, $150. Can you look at the little tag? Yeah, I can't see the
screen. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's $150 because I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, it's
I don't have a 27.
And Doctor Strange is
Doctor Strange number 2.
Yes,
$50.
$50.
Man, I really love the cover for this though. Frank Bruner cover so
all right,
nice.
So we're gonna run through the vintage books that Nick came in with. So we have 2 Defenders number 1. One is $375. All right, and the other one was $175. Okay, that was a Marvel Features. Okay, make a note. And then we had Defenders number 2. And all of these vintage books we have one of, and that was available for $85. And then we had FF number 27. And these are all vintage books, and that was $150. Did I do Doctor Strange number 2? Am I repeating myself? Let's do it again. Doctor Strange number 2 with the movie coming up. Everyone's excited. We have that available for $50.
That's just a great cover. I absolutely love that cover.
That is a cool cover, isn't it?
This is very appropriate for the movie too, because you got the Defenders going after Doctor Strange, and it looks like he's like an evil version of Doctor Strange or something, which we're going to see in the movie. So
agreed. All right, so
that cover's amazing. Holy cow!
So let's get to the Moon Knight. So we had Moon Knight number 6, and we have one available for $20. very, very curious how they're going to end this one with episode 6 this Wednesday.
I think they end it with him getting stabbed with a voodoo doll, and he just dies. What if they just did that?
Then we had Moon Knight number 7, and we have that available for $12.
Some good lettering on that cover.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, isn't it? Kind
It's
of
very,
Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. It's
Yeah.
like this. It's like the crawl from Star Wars, right? It's just inverted.
What is the condition of the Marvel feature number 1? Do you want to take a crack at that, John? Usually,
Let me take a look at it real quick. I generally do not handle the vintage books because Nick doesn't need the blood pressure spike. But let me see. What are we looking at? The $375.
No, the $175 one. The
No,
Marvel
it's
feature.
Feature number 1,
Oh,
$375.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Maybe Rex is eating veggie sandwiches too.
I was going to say,
You okay
Rex
over there?
No, Rex just has a flask under the table. That's all.
Of a veggie sandwich, like
I
liquefied.
actually, you know what, John? I actually like this book. If I was going to guesstimate at a value, I'd probably put it somewhere in the 7 range.
All right. So there you go, John. We think it's a presumed
I
7.
prefer to go lower. If you got this book back at an 8, that's great. I always prefer to go low. I hate these shows, and I'm not calling any particular show out, but I hate these shows where they're always like, "Oh, this is a 9A easy," and I'm like, "Come on, man, no, it's not. You don't know
All right.
that."
So you're not calling any particular show out. Is that kind of like when you say, I don't mean any disrespect to fill in the blank?
But I think the very first time I used that in conjunction to Dynamite was at a con where I found myself in an area with a writer of Green Hornet. I won't recognize who it was. And I was extremely distressed and wondering at their qualifications to write the book when they did not realize that the Black Hornet is a 1966 Chrysler Crown Sedan Imperial. If you don't even know the car, hand me your laptop.
You do realize if one of these guys suddenly disappears, you'll be the number 1 suspect.
No, actually, the creator was the creator was like, wow. The creator has said the same thing that almost everybody says to me. I'm not taking you on in a Green Hornet trivia contest. I thought it was super funny.
All right. So then we had Moon Knight number 13. Hopefully I didn't cover that one already, but we'll cover it again. No, I didn't. And we have one available for $25. And then finally, we had Moon Knight number 19 available for $12. And I think that pretty much brings us up to speed. And to remind everybody, the best offer books, the best offer books will close at $7.55. And Kyle or Jay, I heard Kyle on here earlier, so I'm not sure who's going to be handling that
I think
part.
Kyle's actually in the center seat. I think JD just bombed in to hang out.
Yeah, no, but Jay was a new producer that started the show with us.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Jay Burns. He's been killing it. Just real quick, this is what I'm going to do since John's been great. John gets first shot. I'm actually going to lower this to $330.
Oh, wow.
So that is, I paid $300 for it. But I will say one thing. We're only selling one of these. I'm keeping the other one. I'm buying the other one.
I'm keeping the other one.
That's a Submariner.
Oh, Nick is ready to come in here and say, stop giving my comics away.
$330 for the better grade or $160 for the lower grade. So $330 or $160, and then I'm buying the other one.
Wait, $160. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, John, I think you've watched the show long enough to know that we always
John gets first shot. If John passes, it's up for anybody.
We always try to guesstimate on the low side.
Yes.
And then this way, when your book comes back higher, especially, some people press them, clean them, like whatever, then more power to you. I don't, Drew just said it. Yeah, this is a 9.8 candidate all day. Is it though? Robbie knows this too. I'm sure Robbie's heard this at trade shows from.
Oh yeah, I was just at a con last week, and of course, every comic is near mint.
Every comic is
single
near
one of
mint.
them. Every action figure is near mint. Like pristine. I'm like, no, it's not, bro. This thing's warped.
Cherry. No,
Like,
it's
come
not.
on.
It's not that.
I'm like, there's a hole in the plastic blister. Come on,
I know.
bro.
Just ignore that.
Put some
all
tape
right.
on it.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, it'd be a 9.8. All right, we got to take our final break. Stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, hello there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectables.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. Is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales.
Rachel Holland cosplay.
It's Rockin' Robbie show.
It should be Rockin' Robbie show because we're.
I just want Robbie to be front and center for some reason.
I don't blame you, man. People watch the show for him anyway.
And by the way, check out his YouTube channel, Pop Culture Philosophers. Great content. Ron, yes, actually, I do have some answers for you. I will email you tomorrow morning.
And Robbie can stay up past 9:00.
I know. He's a grown up.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Slow down.
So, yes, Ron, I was able to get the stuff that you were looking for in reference to those green covers, another set for you. So, we'll email me and we'll get that squared away for you tomorrow.
Where are we on what I'm looking for? What's the spam folder?
Oh, I didn't check my spam folder this week. I'm sorry. I'll look for it.
You mean that weekly
is full.
John must be meaning that weekly Green Hornet book is what he's been looking for.
Well, what's my answer to John tomorrow is, I accidentally deleted the folder. I'm sorry.
One Powerball went away. Oh, and you know who answered me on Instagram when I messaged him one day? Matt Wagner.
No kidding.
I said, I am one Powerball went away from buying Dynamite Comics and turning Green Hornet into a weekly. And he said, call me.
He obviously doesn't know you.
Because I had to give
you just opened the door for him to well, now that I have you, man.
No, he was doing almost like an Ask Me Anything. It wasn't Instagram. It was it right? He was doing like an Ask Me Anything.
John's negotiating with his wife.
I see that. Matt Wagner is one of my favorites. I love him. Mage was some of the first like indie
What
work.
was the price on it? 330.
330 is what he said. Yeah.
Yeah,
330.
You know what?
I think he said he paid.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, John, they'll do it for 300. If Nick said I'll give him 30.
Oh, I don't think so, right?
That was my boy.
All right, John.
I'm happy to give him $30 if I have to.
John,
Nick's gonna be like, you owe me $30, bruh.
Ron, that has not actually come in as far as I know, but I will check with our warehouse tomorrow. There may have been shipments that came in today and tomorrow that I'm not aware of.
John, congratulations.
John, I'm going to put you down for that one. All right, unless you tell me no in chats, so I don't forget, because I have the ability to forget. Believe it or not. Will you need a working pen?
I'm happy to use a Sharpie.
There you go. There's the one you got from me, sir. All right, so John is claiming it. All right, buddy, you got it. I got you down, man. All right. So
you doing the contest in this bit at some point, Rex?
Yes, we have to do the contest. All right, tonight's contest winner will receive a Red Sonja 45th anniversary card, She-Devil with a Sword by Dick Giordano. And you know what? Wait, don't go anywhere, John. Can you grab this?
I'm sorry. Well,
no, you're good. You're good. Do you mind flashing this? Thank you. It is a retro card.
Oh, this is nice. Trying to get in the right position here for
by
this.
Dick Giordano, and that will be the prize for the winner tonight.
Very cool.
Can you guys see this? I'm trying to.
All right, here we go. John Spilio says his wife thanks Nick, and she loves John.
Nice.
I get that a lot.
And she hasn't even
usually after I fed them,
and she hasn't even eaten your cooking yet. Was what I was about to say. All right, so anytime you are ready, Rockin' Robbie.
Yes,
spin
let's
the wheel of ridiculousness.
Yes, let's activate Rockin' Robbie's revolutionary randomizer of ridiculousness. This is from our
sound effects.
I know.
This is
like
from the
Doctor Who sound effect.
Oh, that could be cool. Let's so this is from the show me and Rex did where we talked about Frank Miller, Dan DiDio forming a new publisher.
Yep.
Frank Miller Presents. Clicking the button, it's spinning, and the winner is. Hey, he's here right now. Josh Went.
Hey,
Josh,
Went,
congratulations, man.
Thank you for watching, dude.
Yeah, thank you for the comment. He says, a Sin City Western sounds amazing, and the art should be by Miller. I just don't know if, sadly, he's physically able to pull it off. He is. And maybe layouts or pencils, and somebody else can ink it. I don't want anybody else inking Frank. I'll tell you that. He says, regardless, very exciting news. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Really cool. Me and Rex had that whole conversation. It was great. If you're part of the chat tonight, we're going to have another contest on this upcoming Friday show. And tentatively, we're going to be talking about the Moon Knight show. But you never know what's going to happen. And then, of course, Pop Culture Philosophers PCP movie night tonight, 8 p.m. Central. Tremors.
What is the movie?
Tremors.
Tremors, that's right. You told me on Friday.
Nice. They've done like 5 or 6 of those now. And like I want to say they're terrible, and I'm sure cinematically they're terrible, but I love them. They could do that show every week and I'd watch it.
What was the other movie that you took a vote, right?
Yeah.
And what was the other movie that was involved in the vote?
Well, there was 10 movies, but it came down between Tremors and Fight Club, and Tremors won. And it's blowing me away.
I love Fight Club.
I do too. I am not.
Talks about that though.
I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Tremors, and then revisiting it, I'm still not a fan of Tremors. So we're gonna have a fun show tonight.
Thank you guys. John, congratulations. But as I said, I'm only selling one tonight, so I'm taking the other one with me. So this I'm buying.
Nice.
You need to click in the link in the chat.
Yeah, right.
Send a submission form. All righty. So we got the contest out of the way. Let's do another Dynamite book.
I tell you what, I'm going to do one other little thing. No. No. With the exception of Moon Knight with Daredevil, what I'm going to do real quick.
If everything's $1, Nick won
Powerball. Which one is the one with Daredevil?
Number 13. Okay. That's actually the first Daredevil Moon Knight with the Jester. So what I'm going to do is, if anybody buys all 3 of these, our discounted price is $44. So if anybody buys all 3 of these, what I'm going to do is put them all for $30, basically $10 each.
Oh, wow.
So the Daredevil one, I'll just drop to $20 instead of $25.
Because Nick's hoping to keep that one, y'all. If you can't tell.
I am. I am. I really, really am. I mean, look, the fans come first, so if somebody picks it.
Sir, Insider Baseball, you could just take your comic and go back to your office.
Wait, so number 13 is now 20. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, got it.
And Whippenstein says he has them all.
Cool.
Congratulations, sir.
But do you have newsstand editions?
Right? Do you have newsstand editions of the first direct market book?
All right, so let's do Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1. Adam Hughes premium metal cover. Suggested retail of $100. We have one available for $50. And then we'll do a recap in a little bit.
Don't we have another Vampirella? It's the metal cover, right?
Yeah, the Stray Dogs.
It's a Stray Dogs metal cover.
Yeah, we'll do that one next.
And that one's what, $50?
Also $50, yes, sir. Do you want to buy it? Because you got to give me $30.
I was gonna say that, I'm gonna do like the Ronald Shepard thing. Ron wants all 4 Moon Knight books.
All right. All right, Ron. So that's gonna be
$50,
for
right?
The 3 of them, $44 plus $20 for the Moon Knight 13. So I'm gonna put you down for all.
Yeah, somebody should buy the Vampirella Stray Dogs metal cover because
you know what? We'll do that one. So John Spilio says Moon Knight is my second favorite character.
Oh wow, John, that's very cool.
That is cool. He's a Moon Knight tattoo.
That's cool.
So John, you got to tell us what you think of the series so far.
I don't have a Moon Knight tattoo, but I have a.
Someone to buy the Vampirella metal cover with Stray Dogs.
Wow.
I have a.
John, you got to send us a picture of your tattoo.
All right, so there we go. There is the.
So Ron bought everything for $50.
Let me see.
I have no idea what I just purchased.
I didn't realize that. For $50?
Well, what did it add up? What did I say?
You said 30 for the 3, 20 for the 1.
13.
Oh, right. Sorry, I screwed up. I was about to say $50 too.
So
I thought it was 50 because you said 30 for those 3 if somebody bought all 3, but 20 for the Daredevil one. That's what you said.
Right. That's 50.
That's 50.
Okay,
Rex
so
doesn't know what he's doing.
No,
Rex,
I misunderstood.
Rex, what's in that flask under the table, man? You need to calm down.
Well, actually, share.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not a flask; it's an entire bottle. I hate pouring it into the flask with a little opening with a little funnel.
We're not kidding anybody.
Ron's like, I don't know what I bought, man. I just wanted to buy something.
All right, so Ron, you got all 4 for $50. All right, just so we're all clear on that.
You bought actually some really, really great books. I will say one thing. Neil Adams has always said, what Neil's always done is he's pushed artists, critique them. Frank Miller was the only artist that Neil told him everything that was wrong, and then Frank went back to him and showed him new art. Bill Sienkiewicz is the only artist that Neil ever saw. He picked up the phone, using the metric system. Neil picked up the phone, called Marvel, and said, hire this guy.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Bill Sienkiewicz earlier in his career, before he starts developing that style that he's really known for, was very
the new mutant style.
Yeah, very influenced by Neil Adams. You can tell.
Yeah.
All right. So
Jay, if you can throw it up again real quick, throw up the Vampirella metal
20.
cover with the Stray Dogs.
Yeah, Vampirella number 25, Stray Dogs premium metal cover.
This is
a retail of $100, and we have one for $50.
I love this book, so that's why I'm trying to say there's a good chance this might not be available on a future show. So if somebody likes this book, it's like the Ronald Shepard rule. You all get a first shot at it, but
look at what Ronald wrote. Nick is flashing the books like I know
one comic book from another.
I just noticed that I just noticed that they put their names on the tombstones here. That's the first time I've noticed.
Yeah, they cool. This is very cool. I mean, 40 years of reading Vampirella. That's might be one of the coolest covers I've seen ever, and that's saying something.
You know, one of my favorite covers with Vampirella on it, the recent one, but it's from Dynamite. Never Dies, #1, the Mummy homage cover. Oh, I love that from Tony.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, I love that cover.
So does anybody have anything new that they would suggest to stream? This is how I get my suggestions actually from the show.
Yeah, Ultraman on Netflix.
The animated one?
Yeah.
I almost started watching and then I didn't.
I cannot believe how good it is for just like a Netflix anime that didn't have a ton of buzz behind it. Because if you're an anime manga person, there's always a buzz. There's always sites or wherever on social media, people are talking about it. This thing popped up, and I didn't watch it for months. And then I found, I couldn't believe I still had it, an Ultraman on Betamax. I don't have a Betamax anymore, but I recorded a couple of the episodes.
Nobody had a Betamax when they were available.
I recorded. We were a Betamax family. We were one of the very few families that had a Betamax. For some reason, my dad didn't like the top loading thing or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, and I'm like, what is on here? And I see the little logo, and I'm like, oh my God. And of course, I had no way to verify it, right? I didn't know, but I knew it was Ultraman. So I took that as a sign, and I started watching this thing. And I cannot believe how good this is.
I haven't watched this yet, but it is out, and I encourage everybody to watch it. The Usagi Yojimbo animated series just dropped, and I know it's going to be different than the comic, but everybody needs. It's on Netflix, but everybody needs to check this out because this has been a long time coming for Stan Sakai, and he's earned this. So we need to have this thing work. So
how many seasons?
Right now, there's just the first season just came out or something. So. But it's not called Usagi Yojimbo. It's called I think it's called like Samurai Rabbit, The Chronicles of Usagi or something like that.
I don't want to watch something on Netflix and then like it and then they're going to cancel it.
No, man, but Stan Sakai has been working for this.
I mean,
but you got to support Stan Sakai because he's been trying to get a show made of this for like 30 years, man. Come on.
All right, I'll try, but
just put it on and let it play. And go to the other room, just like let Netflix feel like somebody's.
I gotta pay for the power.
Peaky Blinders is a great suggestion. I'm a couple episodes behind on Winning Time, but I think Winning Time.
I can't watch Winning Time. I tried and I can't watch it because I'm a huge basketball fan, and I remember a lot of what was going on during that era. And I was a huge Sixers fan, so I hated Magic Johnson, those guys.
What?
I can't. I'm not a big person with those kind of, biographies or loosely based kind of bio type shows. I'm not into them.
I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. Nick says it's really good. Rodney Barnes is attached to it, and also it's about the greatest NBA franchise of all time.
Well, Jerry West obviously doesn't like it.
Yeah, Jerry West is like screaming.
That's good then. That's good.
He's taking it to Supreme
I'll tell
Court.
you right now, I'm very much enjoying this show. And Jerry West was before even my time as a player. Jerry West was already the NBA logo by the time I started watching NBA basketball. But I can understand why he's upset. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying from his perspective, I understand why he's upset. From the filmmaker's perspective, he's kind of doing, this is my take on it. This is my thing. But if I was Jerry West, I'd be like, hey, look, man, I'm the NBA logo. Cut that off.
Yeah, again, for me, I'm not into that period kind of docu-bio, kind of thing. It's
then Peaky Blinders. Somebody threw Peaky Blinders up there. Have you watched Peaky Blinders?
62 lefty. Yes, actually I am. I still hate the Lakers to this day. Ask Robbie.
He does.
So, I watched us consistently get torn apart by the Lakers every year. I mean, the Sixers were good except for that one magical year. Okay. That one magical year with Moses Malone and Julius Erving and Clint Richardson, but nobody even remembers him. And to watch the Lakers roll us every year was frustrating. It was them and the Bucks, All right, yeah, okay, Robbie, how they doing this year? What you gonna do about the Westbrook contract, bro?
Man, I'm not even worried about that, bro. I'm just gonna bask in the glory days of the 70s and the 80s when I barely was old enough to remember watching it.
Oh my God, too funny. All right, so we're gonna do. Let's see. Let's do Project Superpowers. Fractured State #2, Geraldo Borges, Virgin cover, suggested retail $50, and we have one available for $40 time. All right, that is a very cool cover.
I can't wait to get out of here and go home and read that. Let's wrap this up. Buy books. Come on, chop.
John wants to say, before we go, I want to say I love you guys. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Although I am a little concerned you've been drinking again tonight. So, you might be.
I don't know what's getting beat up faster, his liver or his wallet.
Well, what I'm afraid of, he's now at that buzz state where, we've all done it. We're at a bar. I love you, man.
I love you, man. A buddy of mine did a small sketch on an envelope when we were checking out of a hotel, and it was like a Roman centurion that had been beaten up. The helmet was all dented or whatever. He had said that's what my American Express card logo looked like after like 6 days in San Diego. 3 trips to UPS.
I'm just teasing, John. We really appreciate you saying that, man. And I know you follow us on the Whatnot show as well, so we really appreciate that. We appreciate all our viewers. I mean, I have to say that John and I have been doing this now for just short of a year.
Oh. It's straight dog years.
And I got to tell you that I did not know John when we first started, but I think I like to say that we've become friends doing this. I have a really good time, and I'm not even lying. I do actually depend on, I'm not just saying this, to be funny, but I really do depend on John for restaurant reviews in the area. He knows places. I've lived here for better part of 20 plus years, and there are places I don't even know about that he turns me on to. And by the way, the tomato pie place in Hainesport, always closed, John.
It's one of those places
I don't want to have to drive to Di Lorenzo's.
This is super common now in the industry. I don't support it or oppose it. It's just, it is.
Right.
People have managed, I can do this tomato pie place. I can do 400 pies in a day. You can order online, order whatever. When I've done those 400 pies, I'm done. That's all the staff I have. That's all the product
so what do I have to do? Show up at 9 a.m. for my pie?
No, I would probably recommend ordering one a day in advance.
Oh, my God.
We have a local restaurant that's kind of like that. It's called The Veggie, and it's a vegan-vegetarian restaurant, but it's really, really good. And the owner of that restaurant was recently on the Bobby Flay challenge or whatever.
Okay, yeah, beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah, and beat Bobby Flay on their first vegan episode or something like that. And now it's like, even though they're supposed to be open, they're like, nope, we're out of our famous potato salad. We're out of this. We're closed.
We're out of this. We're out of that. Yeah.
So, John has introduced me to places I cannot even, I cannot even describe. He's suggested in that on Wednesday, John brought me. Oh yeah, thank you, Jay. That's really nice to say. He brought he said it's the best bread in the area, and this is the best bread that they make. And he brought me this loaf of bread from
Bellagio's bread.
Yeah, that he constantly talks about, and I never even knew it existed. And they didn't sell retail until the pandemic. Yeah. And they're actually in our office complex, not far away from here. I never would have known about it.
You can literally walk there. It's just down the industry.
I've looked on their website. They actually have a John Cole sandwich. Believe it or not. Wow. The bread he bought me, oh my God, it was excellent. Okay. It was seeded. It was just unbelievable. I actually went out and bought at the supermarket tomato sauce just so I had something to dip.
When I first started talking about that place, people didn't really know where it was, or they thought I wasn't kidding.
It's not a good place for retail, per se.
No, it's not. And the only reason they started selling retail is because the restaurants closed. They were a wholesale bakery. But by the time the next year rolls around, they start handing out those best of and fan favorite awards. For South Jersey Magazine, Bellagio's went 3 for 3. They went best bakery, favorite overall, and fan favorite. They went 3 for 3, and they have not had a bakery win 3 for 3 before in that magazine.
I'm just waiting for a chance to actually go and buy a sandwich. It'll probably be the John Cole, but I heard they were revamping the John Cole.
They are, because they want to make it bigger. And I had suggested to them, I always want people to do something I've had my name on different things over the years, a hot dog, a breakfast sandwich. For me, it's very nice, but I always want the person to be successful.
Right.
So I had suggested that J. Cole sandwich is spicy. I'll tell you right now, that's real spicy. I kind of made it a red. I made
it long hots, or it did have long.
It had It had a hot sausage stuffed long hot. It had cheese melted over it, Locatelli cheese melted over it, and then it had a spicy cherry pepper mayo that I made for them.
Ooh.
Now they make it for themselves. And I'll tell you right now, I had a bunch of people say to me, I love you. I love Bellagio's. I love that this sandwich is on the menu, but I can't. I just can't. I had the guy tell me right because I'm 60 years old. He's like, I was up half the night chewing Zantac. And I was like, well, then, dude, get chicken parm. Now, I don't know. We were talking about this. I don't know about barbecue. Kyle would be able to probably speak to this more. Here in like Philadelphia, my friend owns a pretty successful barbecue restaurant, small place, and they have online ordering. They're like, if you walk in here, all our food is already spoken for. So if you want ribs or brisket or whatever, he sells if he has anything left, like at the end of the evening. There are times where he's closed at 2 p.m. because literally everything he has made is gone.
As I said, I mean, it was a godsend to meet John, because now I totally have my personal restaurant reviewer in the area. Okay, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I bet you'd feel differently if you were the publisher of my favorite comics about me being a godsend.
I'm sure I would, but I'm not the publisher of his favorite comic. So I don't have to worry about that. I just got to call him
my Philosophers, Now I can't complain. The John Carter book I'm really enjoying. I'm looking forward to DJ Thoris will be back again with that John Carter book. I can't say enough about that right now. I know initially I was like, I was skeptical, but it's the Fred Van Lente thing. I was skeptical, and I was super happy to be wrong. And once again, I'm super happy to be wrong. That John Carter book is, I'm super happy with it. The art style is a little bit of a departure than the normal for a Mars book, but
Josh, we should probably put a flash of disclaimer at the beginning of the show. You really probably should eat before watching our show because this will happen to you. We're Rubenstein. We did not, so I'm going to get to it right now.
I mean, Kyle is a championship level.
I know.
Barbecue guy.
A pit master.
He's a pit master. Now, we've had other people that pop into, different people.
Jenna Burns says she's quite the cook. I saw her on there, so anytime she wants to
set
throw
up
her
the
hat in
kitchen
the
in front
ring.
of Robbie's store in Alabama.
Ooh. So all right, so let's do the Deadpool.
You'd make some money on the weekends when we have our card tournaments and stuff. Trust me.
Okay. So Deadpool Bad Blood #1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. We have one available for $99.99. Lasagna in 3 minutes. Oh, John has a personal distaste for microwaves. I'm just telling you, Josh.
Well, that's why the food is lasagna is not supposed to be frozen in the middle and dried out on the outside. And that's been my experience with microwave.
I want to point out something about this cover real quick. Rob Liefeld's always getting flack for not drawing feet. It may not be the best foot, but look, there's a foot right there.
Basically, I'm seeing two right there.
It looks like Robin Hood's hat.
It does.
Oh my Lord! So
I actually really like this image, though. I think it looks really good. That foot is a little wonky, but
Rob Liefeld image. You see what he did there? That was smooth. That's why he has his own show.
So Josh Wentz says, "Fresh made today, Rex. I don't play." Fair enough, buddy. But I'm not the one you got to impress. It's this guy sitting to my right here. That's the one.
If somebody makes their own lasagna, I think that's great. What is the price?
We have one available for $99.99, my friend.
That's not the best.
That's probably the best piece of art he's done.
No, yeah, I would highly encourage anybody to check out Shadowhawk #0 from Image X Month back in like '93 or whatever. That's my favorite Rob Liefeld book. He's doing his like Frank Miller impression.
That's very cool.
So it's like post. Yeah, it's like post Sin City. All these dudes, they were already influenced by Miller. Liefeld did it for this one. Jim Lee did it in Death Blow. They were trying to do that kind of like.
It was an homage before homages.
Exactly, it's ripoffs is what we called it back then. But
back then we weren't quite so polite.
So
back then I was told in the industry they called it the swipe.
The swipe.
You just swiped my cover, man.
All right, so.
Who was it? Was it Gil Kane? Somebody said why come up with your own? I think it was Wally Wood. Somebody said, why come up with it on your own when you can just swipe it from someone else?
I think that is a Wally Wood thing.
Yeah, I think it's Wally Wood.
Creative. Just find somebody else's.
All right, guys. So All right, we've come to the end of the show. Again, thank you everybody for watching, spending your time with your
Thanks
evening with
everybody that's here. And again, thank you to those people on like Twitch and Twitter who don't, because of the platform, they can't necessarily. I know you guys are out there. I see the messages when you guys message me on Twitter or whatever. We really appreciate you guys joining us. We absolutely do.
I want to thank obviously Rockin' Robbie. Check out his channel, Pop Culture Philosophers. Check out his movie review show tonight at 9. It is Tremors. It's always a great show. I love watching it when I have the opportunity. I also want to obviously thank my buddy John for taking the time to come out here and hang with us.
3 hours Wednesday.
Yeah, 3 hours on Wednesday. And Mishmash is coming up next on The Experience. And we will be back Wednesday night.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nick.
Take care, everyone.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.